Hello class, my name is Robert Brooks. The course is MUX and the term is 1408. This is a reflection video and a review of my prototype and follow-up survey for my UX plan. The first thing I want to do, and this is minus a lot of the graphics that I am going to have in there for the final project, mind you. I'm looking at more of a flow and a UI flow and how, a flow and how easy it is for the user to use it. First thing you'll notice on the login screen as soon as you launch it is if you don't have a username and password, it will prompt you to register. It will know when you log in. It will know if the device, if this device has a username and password associated with it. So let's start with the username. Let's just create one. We'll just say tester. The password, make it real easy to remember here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it asks you to re-enter the password. Good. And you click the register button. It says success, you have registered a new Nutrition Together user. The alert diagram says that if it's completed. And then you can launch the app. But before we go ahead and go into the application, let's go ahead and close it and launch it again and see what happens when you when it associates the device with a current username and password. So now when you log in, or now when you see the screen, you'll just notice username and password and a login button has been enabled. The re-enter the password button is gone, the re-enter password infield text input field is gone, and the register is gone. So now we can just click in our tester, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Log in. Now that is the primary task. That's the first goal of this application, to make it real easy to identify the users and make it more user-friendly when it comes to the login process. Now let's go to the secondary, or the main focus of the application is the entering your nutrition log. So this is your nutrition log. And you can go back to the home page if you want. So you enter your nutrition log. I have for this test, I used 2 different types of enter. I used one where you can just do just enter everything into a box, a text view. And then the second one, you can enter everything into separate separate fields for your proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Now, based on the test, and the reason why I did that, I wanted to see which was easiest for the user to do, and it was an overwhelming amount. All of them pretty much said it's nice to break it up into proteins, carbohydrates, and fat, because that also helps them track it, but it also allows them to remember that they have to have a protein, carbohydrate, and a fat with every meal if possible. So that's kind of knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's definitely the way I'm going to go in the future. So that's the prototype part of the application. Now let's go over the user responses. X out of that, or the follow-up survey. Excuse me. So what I did is for the ease of this, to make it easier to present to you in this video, I took the information from my online follow-up survey, which I actually made the client to just take 2 sets. Since it was a quick, simple, quick survey, I just had him do it, take a couple minutes right after the test, and I just had him jump onto my computer, my desktop computer in my office, and go ahead and take the survey, and I was able to leave him alone. Close the door while they're taking the survey. That way I know that they won't put it on the back burner. They'll go ahead and do it. So that was a good strategy, because I had 100% of the people who tested it did the follow-up survey. Now, what was your overall impression of the application? 20% of it said awesome. 70% of it said good, and 10% of it said fair. No one said poor, which is good. But it definitely means I have some work to do, and I think the main thing is the entering of the food, and just to make it one, to use the text inputs across the board would, I think, will make a big difference, and most people seem to think that as well. How does this match up to other nutrition apps you have used in the past? Let's see, we had the majority of the people, 60%, says it matches up pretty well, and and they also said it's nice that they had, it follows the Nutrition Together program. And then 10% of it says it does not match, and 30% says it matches. And most of these people are using MyFitnessPal, which is a lot more. It's a lot bigger of a program. It wasn't necessarily designed to follow a specific nutrition plan. It's more for the general masses, where this is more geared towards only Fitness Together clients. Now, the next one is, was it challenging to complete the task that I asked you to perform? Overwhelming majority said no. It's a pretty simple application, which makes it a little bit easier. And 10% said somewhat challenging. So I'm pretty happy with those results. So I definitely think the overall user experience was definitely positive. I screened only Fitness Together clients, so it was a very targeted audience. The tasks were fairly simple for the clients to accomplish, which is nice. The pain points, definitely. The pain points was, I would say, the worst pain point was trying to enter the information in the box the first time, and when they scrolled down and saw what I what I was testing, they definitely thought that would be better. So the pain points were small, but it definitely in the finished product is going to make it less painful for data entry. What do I think will be an effective solution? Definitely implement like I just said, implement the individual text box or text input fields for protein, carbohydrates, and fat, and I think that will make everyone's life a lot easier. So, and this is that's pretty much it for the video, and I look forward to putting it all together next week. Thank you, and have a great week.